Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Greg. This is the game. We are playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. Why? Because it's the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. And all that jazz. Kind of unofficially Star Wars Day. I thought I'd take this opportunity, A, to play an old Star Wars game, which we'll go into in a second, and B, to love off Star Wars for a little bit, because it is one of the greatest things ever brought into sci-fi and into existence. The Yodas, the Ewoks, the Han Solos, the Princess Leias, the Empire, the Rebellion, everything about it is pretty brilliant. Except, you know, the acting of what's the guy who played Anakin, something Christensen, and Jar Jar Binks. Other than that, great. It's brilliant. But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2, one of my favourite ever Star Wars games. I was thinking about what to play for this video and see what the options were. There were so many options, and everything, all the Star Wars games are actually on sale at the moment as well, so that makes it quite a bit easier to choose. But one of my Twitter followers, who I'll link to in the description, recommended Battlefront 2. I was like, do you know what? That's a good idea. I used to spend hours and hours and hours playing this game as a kid. Like, I'm pretty sure you could, because there's so many different modes on it. Me and brother used to set it on like ultimate, like XL battle, and sort of have like unlimited waves of enemies, and just sit there for hours just playing it, like see who can get the most kills in split screen on the old PS2. I think the one showing at the moment is the Endor Forest, which is pretty good fun. But one of my favourite levels ever, which I haven't recorded unfortunately, was Kashyyyk, which was featured in the Wookiee planet, and it's featured in one of the prequel films. And they don't do it justice, because the map on here is actually really good. It's got like sort of high levels and low levels, and sort of defences and turrets, and you can use tanks and stuff as well, so it all works really well. If you've not played Battlefront 2, go back and play it. Ignore the Star Wars Battlefront that came out on PS4 and Xbox One, because it just doesn't match up. Even today, like, this game, you can see it hasn't held up well graphically, but it is still so much fun. It's just, you've got all your classes, you can switch up to be heroes, and they've got more of an effect, and the game types are much better. You've got more than 4 maps, you've got about 10 maps, and you've got proper starfights as well, which you'll see later on in this video. You can actually play in starfighters in space, and just, it's far more fun, far more interactive, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, just Star Wars is great. That's pretty much it. I sound like an absolute nerd, but I don't care, because I don't get nerdy over many things. But one of the things I do is Star Wars. My mum introduced it to me at a young age. Sit, watch this, you should watch it on VHS, and you just sort of captivated from then. Like, even the 2 newest films, the Rogue One and Episode 7, there was a lot riding on these films. A lot. I mean, it could have gone 2 ways. It could have gone, right, that's it, absolute commercial success, or it could have done what Indiana Jones did and just pan and sort of destroy a lot of people's feelings and nostalgia to all the series in general. But these 2 latest entries are probably 2 of the best entries. I'm sort of in the minority in thinking that Rogue One was actually better than Episode 7. I don't know why. I really, really liked it and thought it was so brilliantly linked in, and all the sort of the movements and the sort of the interconnecting links between the old films and sort of the new style was just done fantastically. And the fact they got an absolute cast of nobodies, pretty much. The same way they did with Episode 7 and I guess the original sort of films. No one really knew of Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford and this lot. They weren't big names, and it just worked, and it's fantastically done. So luckily they've made that sort of groundwork now, so when they bring out the Han Solo film, Han Solo film, I'm going to stop saying solo because it's too many solos. Solo with a Rolo. I completely lost my trace of thought now. Yeah, it's sort of made a good grounding for this new film, and it's enticed new Star Wars fans, which is brilliant to see. You see kids walking around, they know who Finn is, and Rey, and Kylo Ren, and Chewbacca, which is fantastic, because kids should know this sort of stuff, because Star Wars is absolutely family friendly, and it's just it always inspired everything. You're just like, oh my god, it looks amazing. It just, the story, it's your classic, you know, dark versus light story, but it's just done so well, and the twists and the turns and the, oh, it's just fantastic. If I had to pick out a favourite film, I think it's got to be Return of the Jedi, simply for the action scenes and the space battles. That's one thing that always captivated me as a kid, is looking at the space battles and being like, oh, just being stuck to the TV, just watching these starships go around and blow up the Death Star and everything. It was brilliant. That's one of the things that did really well in Rogue One as well, which is probably one of the reasons I like it. That the fight above the gates was fantastic. But saying that, even though Return of the Jedi is one of my favourite films, I think one of my favourite ever scenes actually came in Rogue One, and that is the Darth Vader bit. If you've not seen Rogue One, I apologise. Stop now. Go onto another YouTube channel, and you don't stop watching this video. You should keep watching this video, but go and just look in Rogue One Darth Vader and just watch that scene. It's one of the end scenes, and it's just unbelievable. It's just like crazy. I remember sitting there in the cinema just like punching my brother, like, oh my god, look at him. It actually like showed off his power and how just awesome he was. But let me know what you think. If you like a particular film, if you've got a favourite scene, a favourite character, anything like that, drop it in the comments below. It'd be really good to hear from any sort of extra Star Wars fans who, you know, want to vent, want to show what they think and tell me what they think. If I'm completely wrong, then feel free to let me know. But other Star Wars games I really loved, there was one on the N64, Rogue Squadron, which was basically you fly around X-Wings and A-Wings and Y-Wings and Naboo Starfighters, and you just went on missions to go and hunt down other, like the TIE Fighters and everything, and yeah, do it in certain time and accuracy and stuff. I did find today, when trying to think of things to record for this video, I did find there's a 3D version that's come out on Steam, but oh god, that game has aged badly. Like the controls are non-existent, and it's such a shame, because I tried to play it and I tried to get it going, but I just couldn't. But again, it was one of those games I wasted hours and hours on when I was a kid. Another one was Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which was just a pod racing game, which was fantastic, because that is the saving grace of that film. The pod racing was beautiful and so much fun to watch, and it's great fun playing it. It's like Wipeout, but Star Wars. So I mean, it's a pretty good combination there, if I do say so myself. I was told a lot about Knights of the Old Republic, and I've never played it, and apparently everyone says it's sort of like World of Warcraft, but Star Wars, which works in my book, and I would be intrigued to play it. I tried to get it to work to record for this, but unfortunately wasn't having it, and I wanted to ruin my plans, so I might have to try and get into that sort of privately and see how that goes, because I mean, there's been so many Star Wars games, so many, that I want to try and explore more of them and see what there is to offer, really. What other ones? I've played really, like when I was like a kid, I mean like 5, maybe 6 years old, used to play the X-Wing and TIE Fighter one on my old PC with the old dial-up and everything. Was never any good at it, never understood what was really going on, or how to control it, or what I was really doing. And yet somehow I just sat there quite happily, crashing and thoroughly enjoyed myself. So I never complained. I was just happy to be flying around in the Star Wars world. So I was an easily pleased child, which I'm sure my parents found very easy. And then my 2 brothers came along, and well, things got ruined after that. Yeah, 1's good, 2's okay, 3's too many. But yeah, I mean, that's sort of gonna wrap it up for now. Hope you've enjoyed a little watch of Star Wars. Hope you've enjoyed listening a little bit about Star Wars. I know it's not been completely coherent, but when are my videos ever coherent? When do I ever speak proper English? Never. So if you've been watching a couple of the other ones, you should be used to it by now. If you have liked what you've heard or seen, if you've liked what you've heard and perhaps what you've seen, then drop a like down below, or as I said, leave a comment about what your favourite Star Wars stuff is. Let me know something I've missed, or something I'm completely wrong about, or something I'm right about. Maybe we'll agree. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Drop a subscribe down below, that'd be awesome if you could. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.